Happy morning, children. Valga Velamudan. Yes, again the same chapter, New Kings and Kingdoms. Such a big lesson, this one for us, big chapter for us. A small recall, and also we should complete the lesson today. Okay, this chapter, New Kings and Kingdoms, the second chapter in history. Okay, yes, children. Already we saw a lot of things in this chapter, that is emergence of new dynasties. Okay, this, that is in the 7th grade you are learning the medieval history of India, that is 7th century to 17th century. Okay, so we are saying what are the changes happened in the medieval period. That is, the first one is new kings and also they are kingdoms. Okay, so many dynasties and rulers emerged after the 7th century. What's called a dynasty means a family of rulers who rule over a country for a long period of time. Okay, that's called dynasty. So the next, that is the emergence of new dynasties. The first topic in the chapter, the emergence of new dynasties. In this one, we want to know about the Samantas, important persons in those times. Who were called Samantas? Landlords or warrior chiefs were acknowledged as Samantas by existing kings, by appointed by the kings. That means these Samantas have more land, okay, and also they have the power to collect the taxes from the peasants. So, the Samanta's duty was to give the gift to the king and also provide the army power when the king needed. And as the Samantas gained wealth and power, they declared themselves to the Mahasamanta and even asserted their independence. Okay, Mahasamantas, and after if they get power, they itself says them as the kings. Okay, so like that, there was a king, there was a dynasty emerged, that was Rashtrakutas. Okay, the Rashtrakuta was the Samantas under the Chalukya kings in Karnataka. But after they became very powerful, they themselves declared as their rulers. Okay, so they are Rashtrakuta in the Deccan overthrew the Chalukyas of Karnataka. Once such instance, that means the Samantas, how they became the rulers. Okay, that example is Rashtrakutas. Okay, Rashtrakuta in the Deccan, initially they were subordinate to the Chalukya of Karnataka. In the mid-8th century, Dandidurga, okay, yes, Dandidurga was called Rashtrakuta chief. He performed Hiranyagarbha. What was the meaning for Hiranyagarbha? Okay, Chalukya, he literally the golden womb. When their rituals was performed with the Brahmanas, with the help of Brahmanas, it was thought to let the new birth, that is rebirth. So they got more powerful of the sacrificer as a Kshatriya, even if he was not one by birth. In other cases, men from enterprising families used their military skills to carve out kingdoms. For instance, the Kadamba Mayura Sharman and the Gujara Pratihara Harichandra were the Brahmanas who gave up their traditional professions and took to arms, successfully establishing kingdoms in Karnataka and Rajasthan respectively. So what, children, listen, the Samantas, Rashtrakutas were Samantas. Okay, and here the Brahmanas who Kadamba, Mayura Sharman and Harichandra, they were belonged from the Brahmin community. What was their original occupation? Saying slogans, writing slogans, these things. Okay, doing rituals, everything. But here what they are saying, they are took arms and they bring the powerful kingdoms, emerging the powerful kingdoms. So that here called Harichandra, Pratihara. Okay, Harichandra and Pratihara, Gujara and Rashtrakudas. These were, and also the Palas. Okay. So here the next one is administration in the kingdoms. The administration in the kingdom. The kings shared power with their Samantas and with association of peasants, traders and Brahmanas. Okay, Kannan? Yes, first we saw the emergence of new dynasties. How the what are the new dynasties we saw? The Rashtrakuda, the Pratihara Gujara kings. Okay, Pratihara Gujara, they were the Brahmanas, but they are not doing their traditional work. And the Rashtrakudas, they were Samantas. They also, after they get powerful, after they did the Hiranyagarbha, they came to the power. They throned the Chalukya king. Okay. So now the administration. The second topic is administration. In the administration, the king shared his power with the Samantas and the association peasants, traders and also the Brahmanas. What they are doing? They are collecting the taxes. Who collect the taxes? That position also came to a hereditary, okay, hierarchy. After they came to the powerful, after acceptance of that power, is they themselves called, given the high sounding titles, that is Maharaja, Adiraja, Tiribhuvana Chakravarti and so on, were adapted by the new kings. The kings used these resources. What resource? They used to collect the taxes from the peasants and the other poor peoples. They used the taxes and other resources to strengthen his kingdom and for construction of temples, forts and fight wars. Okay, children, do you understand? This was come under the administration of the kings. The first one is emergence of new dynasty. We saw how the new people started the dynasty or kingdoms. Then administration. In that administration, people, after they got the kingdoms, after they started build a kingdom, they themselves giving a sound titles called Adiraja, Maharaja, Tiribhuvana Chakravarti, like that. Okay, and they started to use collect the taxes from the people. To use that resources they used for strengthen his kingdoms and for construction of temples, forts and fight wars. Okay, yes children, the next one is Prashasti and land grants. What was called Prashasti? Prashasti were Sanskrit poems written by Brahmanas to praise the kings. They contain details which may not necessarily be literally true, okay, because they are saying lot of informations, okay. So we take that one is not necessary to be as true. Okay, what are the informations we got from the Prashastis? They tell us the way the ruler wanted to depict themselves. For examples, as great achievers, victorious, fearless, valiant, etc. So the Prashasti says how the rulers want to depict himself to us. Kalhana was a poet. His Prashasti was so different because all the Prashastis praised about the praise to kings. But here Kalhana wrote a lot of Prashastis that was criticized the kings. Okay, here Kalhana composed his Prashasti for history of kings who ruled over Kashmir. He was often about critical the rulers and their policies, unlike Prashastis, unlike the other Prashastis. From the Prashastis, we know we know about the Nagabhatta. Many rulers described their achievements in Prashastis. One Prashasti written in Sanskrit and found in Gwalior Madhya Pradesh describes the exploits of Nagabhatta, a Pratihara king, as follows. The kings of Andhra, Saindava, Vidarbha and Kalinga fell before him even as he was a prince. He won a victory over Chakrayudha. He defeated the king of Vanga, that means Bengal, Anartha, part of Gujarat, Malava, part of Madhya Pradesh, Kirda, forest people, Tarksha, Turks, Vatsa, Madhyasa, both kingdoms in North India. Okay, children, during this period, the Brahmanas wrote the Prasasti. For that they are getting lot of grants. That often grants. Kings often rewarded Brahmanas by grant of land. That were recorded in the copper plates. Okay. So, these were recorded on copper plates which were given to the people who received land. Okay. Yes, children, till this we know that how the new dynasties emerged. Okay, Rashtrakutas, Palas, Pratihara, Gujara kings. Okay, they were not kings, they were not Kshatriyas. Okay, even they were Samantas. Rashtrakutas were Samantas, Pratihara, Gujara kings were Brahmanas. Okay, but even though they did some other things and they became as a ruler. Okay, Rashtrakutas did the Hiranyagarbha ritual with the help of Brahmanas. They get more powerful. That's called rebirth. Okay, so they overthrow the king, Chalukya king, and they came to the throne. Okay, then next Pratihara and Gujara kings, Kadamba, Mayura, Sharman, they were from the Brahmanas community, even though they took the arms and they got the powerful. Okay, then Prasasti. We saw the Prasasti and land grants. Prasasti means Sanskrit poem written by Brahmanas to praise kings. Okay, for that they got the land grants that were recorded in the copper plates. Okay, children? Yes. Then warfare for wealth. Okay, they are doing war for to take the wealth. Okay, children? Yes. Tripartite struggle. Okay, already we saw the three new dynasties, that Rashtrakutas and another one Pala and Pratihara and Gujara kings. Okay, Pratihara, Gujara and Pala, these dynasties. Dynasties were based in a specific region but tried to control other areas. What are the area? Kanuj in the Ganga valley was one such center of conflict between Gujara, Pratihara, Rashtrakuta and Pala dynasties. Okay, children, you understand what I am saying? Okay, yes. So that is called tripartite struggle. Here I am saying one particular prized area was the city of Kanuj in the Ganga valley. For centuries, rulers belonging to the Gujara, Pratihara, Rashtrakuta and Pala dynasties fought for control over Kanuj because there were three parties in this long-drawn conflict. Historians often describe it as the tripartite struggle. Okay, yes, so when they attacked one another's kingdoms, they often close to target temples which were sometimes extremely rich. Yes, children, why they were attacked the temples? For the wealth. We can know about in the next sessions. Till this you go through your book till the tripartite struggle. Okay, so we know about the emergence of new dynasties and then administration of the kings, and now that Prasasti and land grants, then warfare for wealth. Yes, children, till this you go through your book, read it, and we can continue in the warfare next slides.